Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
Am I? Yes. You can hear me. Can you hear them?
Hi.
No.
Hello, everyone. It's time for the Relay Station again. It's been a while. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh god, this is going to be an intro then.
It's actually not. This intro is unlike other intros in that this intro requires crowd participation. That's right, people of Twitch. I'm relying on you all to do this intro. So, hello. I am back. Type 1 in chat to say, welcome back, David. Type 2 in chat to say, oh shit, he's back. This is going downhill so fast. Shiver is also here. Type 1 in chat to say, holy fuck, I hate that Shiver guy, he smells. Type 2 in chat to say, oh my god, Shiver smells like daffodils and kumquats, let me smell him. Nakara and Auto DJ are also here. Type 1 in chat to say Nakara is the bestest moose. Type 2 in chat to say I would like the Auto DJ to run my insides like it runs the base's insides. Run me, Auto DJ, run me. Type 4 to say taco. Type 97 to say when does this start. Type 98 to say when does this end. And type 42 to say welcome to the Relay Station.
Everyone on the cast put 98. I love it.
Well, yeah. Hi.
ESP RPG is going off the board with 69.
Well, of course.
I
Yeah.
love you, Tina. Tina! Oh, it ends with an A.
It does. Before we get into Star Citizen, as you might know, Mrs. Eris is expecting, and we've been doing this name discussion thing, and we have exactly zero consensus on any names. And now, while we were spinning up to start this, Shiver and Nakara and the Auto DJ were throwing out names as well, and they're all terrible. They're all horrible people. And Auto DJ really needs some new programming.
Yep.
Williams
Please take your
is a
concerns
good
up
name.
with our resident code monkey Horseford. You can deliver all complaints to our outpost on Tiber 2 in person.
I think I shall.
Yes. I can't think of anyone who'd be better at dad jokes than our friendly neighborhood Eris.
I am actually really, really bad at dad jokes because I can never think of them. Fun fact.
That's because you're not a dad yet.
It's true.
Yeah, it's
Yet.
one of the superpowers you gain.
Oops. Forgot about that. What is green and smells like pork?
Don't
Green pork.
ask that.
Green pork?
I like it. Hi, this is a Star Citizen podcast. Can you tell yet?
Look,
I'm
it's a
sure I
baby.
Hi, baby.
I'm poking a little human being right now.
Don't call Mrs. Eris that.
Baby! Okay, no ESPRG, I have no idea how this works. Apparently I have to take some classes.
Sounds like a solid plan.
So I want to start, so before we get into this week, I want to start with, because I apparently didn't do a single cast in April, as far as I can tell.
I thought you were only gone for 3 weeks.
What?
April was a bad.
April was a really, really bad month. Actually, no, I think I might have done one or two at the very beginning, but there were no there weren't any like CIG streams then, so they've started up again with the new show Inside Star
Citizen.
Yeah,
May I suggest the name April?
April Elogia.
Hey.
Breaks down on the side of the road. She'll always be fine.
I don't get it.
Automobile. So you don't have the AA over there, do you? You've got it something else.
CAA.
Wow.
AAA.
AAA in the States, yeah.
And CAA up here.
So
I see ESPRG suggests kumquat for the baby's name, and I like that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's right up your alley.
100%. Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks. What have I missed? Thanks for the follow.
Not much.
there was a massive hit piece put out by Forbes.
I saw that.
Fun.
I didn't read it.
Doing just fine.
I didn't read it because by the description it seemed very
it's total garbage.
incompetent.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm going to say I think that CIG are having some issues with scope. I do genuinely worry about the fact that we're 5 years in, don't have a single system, and there's 100 systems. That to me is worrisome. It's going to take a lot for them to expand Star Citizen to the point that it's supposed to be at. That said, complaining about data from like 4 years ago and questioning numbers without looking at the numbers that CIG actually put out, the funding numbers that they put out, unlike anyone else, that's really shitty journalism. Like that's just, I mean, American.
You're being very, very kind to Forbes right now.
One thing you do have to keep in mind with Forbes is their articles do not go through an editor. As long as you are approved to post live to the website without any oversight or editing as to what you post.
Maybe someone should look at that, because
I just wanted to mention that somebody looked it up, and that guy actually writes for 3 different gaming publications, and none of them published that article.
Yeah.
Talking of shitty journalism, there was this newspaper publication based in some city in America, and every time there was this huge natural disaster, one of their reporters, something Kent, he kept disappearing right at the pivotal moment, and he missed it when Superman came in to save the day every single time. Now that's shitty journalism.
Yeah, and that's nothing like there's this this Peter guy from New York. I don't know how he does it, but he gets absolutely the best pictures of Spider-Man.
They're all on the web.
Oh.
Technically not all of them. Some of them do not get posted.
Oh my.
That's a marvel.
Okay.
Welcome back, David.
Hey, can I go away again?
Yeah, you totally can. Anyway, my biggest problem with the article actually wasn't their concern about Star Citizen. It was the character assassination, which was about half the article. Trying to dig up every tiny bit of dirt they could about everybody who's on the project, especially the people at the top. And most of it is circumstantial bullshit, and very, very possibly could get them sued.
It's
it
worth
does.
mentioning as well that they did try to approach the people involved who said, we have no recollection of these events.
Yep. I kind of hope that CIG does sue, kind of like they did with what was
The Escapist.
The Escapist. It's not okay to, like, you can say that CIG are mismanaging their funds, and you can track through their funding and make a case for that. You can say that their scope is too big, or they've overreached, or there's too much. Like, you can say any number of things about the game and the management of the game, but you shouldn't attack the people that are making it, period. I very, very rarely approve of people going after the people running companies or working at companies, unless it's like, what's his name from, was it Borderlands?
Oh, Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, that's okay. Questioning that is okay. Anything else? No.
Especially when it's like a messy,
alone.
especially when it's like a messy divorce. It's
Yeah.
like, why just leave it alone?
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, though, like,
Brutal.
a huge number of the people who are against Project are, oh, it's a Chris Roberts thing, I want him to step down. It's like, well, if Chris Roberts steps down, I'm no longer fucking interested. I paid for the Chris Roberts game that he wants to make, that he's been talking about for years. I want to play that. If you remove the Chris Roberts from the Chris Roberts of the game, it's not the fucking game that I paid for. I want the Chris Roberts experience.
And that's
Not everyone paid in.
You know, one of the
So,
common
not-
questions about Star Citizen is how you joined the project, and mine was I was looking for a game like Freelancer.
Yep.
So
Same.
anyway, sorry, Shiver, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I want to
Not
move.
everyone paid in. Not everyone paid in and was willing to wait 7, 8, 9, 10 years, however long it takes, and that's fine. That's fair enough. But they haven't made it a secret that this is going to take some time. And if you want the Star Citizen experience that they keep saying they're going to make, it's going to take some time. Just don't. If you don't have the patience to wait however long it's going to take, don't back now. Wait until there's more of a tangible product.
I will
If
ask
you're
where Star
able and willing
Citizen
to
is
wait-
when Mountain Blade comes out.
Oh dear.
There we go. Okay. Quickly, what did I miss anything else? Because I want to get us to space motorcycles and Citizen Con and stuff like that. Did I miss anything not shitty?
They decided to cut the outtakes out of Inside Star Citizen.
That was great. Oh man.
They showed off a little bit of the Vanguard rework in progress, and instead of having wheels, it's now got cat tracks.
I found
Yeah,
that to be
cool.
completely and utterly ridiculous. I hate that.
I love it.
Cat track, they're not meant to go super fast like a Vanguard landing at full speed, like wheels could. Those things,
Well,
like,
then land vertically.
Yeah, it's a VTOL.
I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them.
Fair enough.
And part of my brain is telling me there was another ship unveiled while you were gone. I can't remember what it was.
Some details of the presumed Prowler have been released.
All right.
And of course, 3.5 came out. I think that was while you were away.
Yes.
Like it's live now.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the full drop of the 300 series.
Yeah. I think that is that patched in PT right now, or not yet.
I don't think it's in. Pardon me. I don't think it's in PTU yet.
Okay.
Okay. Next, let's talk Citizen Con a little. So they've released the date for Citizen Con.
Oh, one thing you did miss is Todd Pappy did an hour-long Q&A,
Ooh.
which was really good.
How did I miss
That was
that?
on
I
Star
need to
Citizen.
watch that.
That was on Star
Oh!
Citizen Live.
Someone brought up the question about the long travel times.
Yes.
And he said, yeah, it is an issue. It's not going to change, but we do want we want activities. Multi-crew activities, so the engineer's going to be tweaking and tinkering. Multi-crew ships are going to have actual activities that you can share in and do while you're actually flying, as well as outside environmental events. So that it's something they are aware of, and it's something they're going to look at.
It still needs to get shorter.
especially for small ships,
Yep.
because there's going to be less stuff to do on small ships.
I'm not sure if it was.
I
it was
would
last
like
week.
to be able to play Moby-Glass games on small ships.
It's currently it's at the point where
Too damn long.
I'm gonna have to watch a Netflix show while traveling, and I don't really want to do that. I agree. I really think we do need offline travel, especially for multiple systems. If we're gonna have,
But I mean, that doesn't
we've
solve
gone over
the
this.
issue. I can get the point of that, but that doesn't solve the issue. What if you're like, oh, I really want to play this game, but it's going to take me 2 hours to move over there? You're still turning the computer off, turning the game off, and doing something else for 2 fucking hours. It doesn't solve. As an option, yeah.
It doesn't solve that. I think it's an option just so that you can play with people, because playing with people is important. If they're not going to have Agent Smith thing, they need to have a way to join people.
Citizen Shenanigans, thank you, sir, commented on a YouTube video from the past about Agent Smithing. Now, Agent Smithing, as your character, smithing into someone else, and that NPC you smithed into is now you. That's not in. But the ability, according to him, to Agent Smith into an NPC and become the NPC rather than your character is apparently, or at least still on the table.
Okay, in that case, I want to question all of you. Shiver is on his Banu Merchantman, and he's, flying around, having fun. He's like, hey, guys, come join me. Let's do 6 hours of Star Citizen. You're like, you know what? I got the next 6 hours free. I'm in. Are you going to be okay with playing 6 hours as a clone that isn't you, that you gain nothing from, that you have no... you get nothing out of it.
Gain something from it. I'm assuming you'd get something out of it.
Not if you're moving into his NPC.
Probably not.
You
But
you could probably set up a contract, or just say, gift X amount of money to character Y.
One hopes so. Those are things that I don't know, right? We don't know. What about you, Auto
One
DJ?
thing to keep in mind with such a factor is Shiver, I already am aware of, is going to be favoring pirate gameplay. So if I take over one of his NPCs, this is not going to affect my avatar
That's
or
true.
the crime rating of my avatar. Personally, I feel this is a fantastic way to get into multiple aspects of gameplay without actually putting yourself personally at risk. There's good sides and bad sides to this.
Yep.
Otherwise, I really have no issue at all with the taking over NPC and gaining nothing personally from it, because as mentioned, you could just transfer funds to that particular player for whatever reason.
Fair enough. No, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Okay, what was I talking about? Right, I was going to talk about CitizenCon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
CitizenCon.
So, we have a date
And a place.
and a location. It's now in November. November 23rd?
Mm-hmm.
In Manchester.
As we suspected.
Yeah. First, what are your thoughts on it being pushed like a month and a half later?
I'm sure they have a reason. Doesn't really bother me.
A little strange, but meh.
I have no issues with it. It's well in advance, and I've
Yeah,
already
you get
got
6
an
months.
extended period of time off. Just getting that shifted over, no problem at all.
Good. I'm excited to see what so them pushing it back by a month actually really excites me. Just for whatever it is that they want to show is not something that they want. Like, they've always been pretty willing to, at CitizenCons, show stuff that is just barely ready or not even quite ready, like the Idris and the ramp on the Idris coming down and the buggy trying to go up, like the stuff that's not quite ready, right? I really, really like that they've delayed this. It makes me think that whatever it's gonna be is gonna be bigger than usual.
I just wanted to.
That was
mention,
too coffee.
I just wanted to, before you get your hopes up, this very possibly could have been venue scheduling.
Could have been.
Like, there could have just been like, we want to do it at the Manchester Central Convention Complex. And they were like, yeah, we got shit right up until November 23rd. So
It could have been.
It could also be a factor of their rollout schedule,
Yep.
with letting them get 3.7 out,
Yeah.
doing it was 3.3 at the same time as CitizenCon. They realized how terrible of an idea that was.
Yeah.
They did what they could anyways. Now they're rescheduling things so that they don't have to deal with that ugly, terrible crunch period of two things at once.
Then again, it is supposed to enter, like, I can't even remember the schedule now, but what is it on the schedule? Like, isn't that about when it's supposed to start hitting testing for Squadron?
That's about no, not for Squadron. That's about when they would be releasing 3.8 to PTE to Evocati, roughly. Give or take a week.
I mean, November is almost when they want Squadron ready for Alpha and to start moving it into optimizing it.
Yeah, but I mean, from what we've seen in the schedule, everything's getting pushed back to at least a quarter because they're not finishing things on time.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
So,
We'll see.
I think we'll probably get. I think at some point in the next 6 months we'll get an official revision of the Squadron 42 schedule that pushes things out. But that's
Okay.
just my
Next question about
guess.
CitizenCon.
Yeah.
Who will be going? Shiver will be there.
I will be sending an avatar.
Auto DJ will be sending his avatar. Nakara?
Probably not. Is going to be my guess. Unless somebody gifts me for my birthday a trip to the UK.
Nakara, for my birthday this year, could I have a trip from Canada to UK and then give it to you?
I'll think about it.
So, I'm waffling.
No, you're not.
Waffles are good.
I like waffles.
I'm genuinely waffling. I'm mostly on the I'm not going to be going. I don't think I want to leave a 1-month-old baby /
She's in the room, so you have to legally say that. But really, what you want to say is, "My God, I want to get out of the house and get away
getting
from a
looks.
1-month-old baby."
I'm getting looks is
Yeah,
all I
I'm sure
can
you are.
say.
The baby will still be there when you get back.
I'm getting warning
Maybe.
looks. We're moving on.
So, David's not going to CitizenCon
Yeah.
this year.
Pretty much.
I think if I did go, I would get back and be killed.
Yeah, probably. Or be
Which
killed on your way to the plane.
I'm gonna say right now, I'm actually really sad about that. Citizen cons are always a hell of a lot of fun.
They are.
Have you had? I would assume that a hell of a lot of backers have already looked at the venue, but for those that haven't, this place is humongous. At
Yeah,
least for
it's
UK standards, it is humongous.
Yeah, they keep going bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when they get really big, they go bigger.
that's another thing that worries me. To be honest, I thought last year was a bit too big.
This is fucking huge.
Bigger. Okay. Anyway,
I am concerned that it is only one day.
Yeah. They are going to have to move this to multiple days at some point.
Yes,
if
they will.
they're having this many people. Like once you start hitting like 10,000 people showing up, I'm sorry, you need multiple days for people to see things. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like Star Citizen fans are a bunch of crazy bastards.
Yep.
Period. So yeah. Anyway,
Who
Go.
out there is going? Who out there is
Yeah.
going to Con? Anybody in chat?
who's going?
Are you Citizen Conning?
Bear's going. Yeah.
The other thing is, I really liked Manchester. I know,
Yeah, that's-
Shiver.
that's
I know
the
that
only
that's
thing.
a controversial statement to make. I really did like it. I really want to go to the UK again and see other places in the UK that aren't Manchester because I can only imagine that they'd be even better. I liked what was it? What's the place called? Not Manchester, where the actual office is.
Not Manchester. Oh, Wilmslow.
Yeah, Wilmslow was bloody beautiful.
I
Unless you got to spend a fucking
would
day
love,
there.
I also would love to see not Manchester.
I'm
not gonna lie, I am entirely tempted to make this an entire month-long vacation for myself.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You should. I will
We're going
say
over there
if there weren't a baby showing up, I would probably be doing that with Mrs. Eris of just going to the UK for like 2 or 3 weeks and visiting it. Like it's if it weren't for this
God.
damn baby.
There's this fucking gorgeous place near me, hidden away in the Cotswolds. That is just—it's like a miniature Venice.
Oh wow,
Really?
That's cool.
One
I'm
of
not
these
saying
days.
the name because I'm not saying it out fucking loud in case someone invades it.
The Americans
Okay.
are coming.
Okay. Let's move on to show and tell, and then get us your questions. Because if you don't, I'm gonna sing my new favorite band. Well, not my new favorite band, but the band that I'm like
Nickelback?
into right now. They're weird, so
Oh, good.
they're really weird. Mrs. Eris hates me because anytime I've been doing construction over the last month, I've been singing these guys. So, get us some questions. Exclamation mark, question mark. And let's move over to show and tell. Okay. So they've been working on the underground lighting.
The underground lighting is interesting. Part of it is more a matter of making everything individualized set pieces so that they don't have to set lighting up every single time. It turns it into a tile set, even for the automated systems to create the bases for us, same as the truck stops.
It looks really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I feel like that's something I've said every single week for the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's a good looking game.
So I'm actually really just happy that it speeds shit up for them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So here's a question. This is 3.5 that they're showing. Have you guys tried 3.5 and gone underground?
No,
No.
I have not been underground in 3.5.
I spent an entire day patching, and then they released another patch, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Do you have internet yet?
Well, We have a man who rows it in the morning over the lake. He brings us the latest in the memes.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Is he your meme man?
We
Like
call
a
him the
milkman?
fairy meme man.
I liked this. The ArcCore updates.
Mm-hmm.
This shit looks good. That looks
It definitely needed it.
that looks more like what I thought it should look like. It actually looks like there's depth.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, they improved that a lot.
it's just
I like that they're-
so
I like that they're adding variation to the buildings as well, which they're about to show here.
yeah.
Some of the other buildings that they're putting in. Apparently, they had this building, the one they're pointing at right now, before, but there weren't very many of them. So
Right.
they increased the
Well,
frequency.
now
of
there's
them.
2 of them side by side.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they also mentioned they removed some of the red because there was a lot of red in ArcCorp.
It does look just stupid good. Like just
Yeah.
stupid good.
I have to say, like, I actually was able to fly in and land at ArcCorp, and I got the privilege of doing it for the first time ever at night, and it was a really cool experience. And that was before these improvements.
Auto
It was
DJ,
really-
have you managed to get any of your circuits flying around ArcCore?
Unfortunately, I have not. They are a little bit more strict about having an artificial intelligence flying around the system.
Fair.
That's a problem.
The improvements that they've made on ArcCorp are fantastic. Again, I just want to watch it run through the that doesn't look great. It looks flat and like, I mean, it looks good, but it looks like not like that. If you get what I'm saying, you know. Words.
I catch your drift.
Oh my words! How do they work?
Yeah, no, I don't think we wanted to go into the depth of how words work. That would be a long podcast.
We got time. No, we don't. I do need to get over and fly on ArcCore. It looks friggin' fantastic. Okay. I don't know if this will work. One second. Maybe this one will work with it. Okay. This one should have sound.
Hello, Josh.
You're good.
Hello.
So I don't hear it.
Let's talk about some ship audio
But-
difference between 3.4 and 3.5.
I don't hear it either.
Well, I think that sounds all very flat, don't you think? Let's just follow.
The drama we have now on the transition between like after the
This
normal
let's
flights
just
and
put it
when
this
you're
way:
pulling
the
away from
sounds in
stationary and all that kind of
3.5
stuff.
are significantly better.
I did
take it
watch
3.5
the improvements are marked, like, and especially when they get down
I think
to
what
the
I like
planet.
most is that noises from the thrusters, they're not
The
just
way
coming from
the
thrusters
wind
anymore,
was
but
like
the whole ship is
rushing
now talking to
past,
We have
and
these
you
proxy
could
points
hear
at
the
cockpit
entire
now that tell
ship
you what the sound
shaking.
of the ship is, as opposed to the what's the ship of like each individual thruster.
It's
I
not
thought this sounds
like
like
anything
a
I would
look at
ever
shit.
like to hear in a plane. I don't want to hear this shit in real life,
Oh yeah, this sounds unhealthy.
but it's great in
Yeah,
Star
you can
Citizen.
see the camera shake
It's
there on
great.
the-
It makes you feel like you
combination
are
of the kind of
actually in a
flame
ship
tones
rather
sounds
than
and
just
the
something that
vibrational
goes
sounds happening there. Yeah.
like it feels.
That flame cone sounds way more detailed than
It
was
feels
in
like
3.4,
stuff is
so it's
happening
actually
to your ship
changed
that you
depending on the
can't
speed you're
see.
going on the temperature of the ship and stuff.
But you
Do
like
you
can
know
that.
what
hear
would
it.
be like the ultimate
also
sound
you can
set,
hear how the ship is
in my
moving
opinion,
against
would
the
be
wind.
having this on speakers, because fuck you and your headphones. I want real surround sound. It's real 7.1s
when you turn
with
up
a
the
bass
air, you just get
transducer
the
under my chair. So when
vibrational
I'm going through that
sound.
atmosphere, I'm like, oh yeah.
I mean,
And 3.4 when you
that's
turn
nice and all,
close.
Shiver, but I
sounds
like
as the
being
wind
able
was
to
triggered, they were
eat,
all tied at the thrusters, but here we can-
and being able to
you can hear
afford
the,
food.
Just the vibration of the environment things like sounds by themselves.
I did actually spend more on my
Yeah.
sound system than my video card, and I've got a 1080.
Tells you how sustainable
I know you
God.
did. I like being able to afford to eat. So, but no, the new 3.5 audio sounds phenomenal.
How the difference between internal and external sounds.
One thing that I do dislike about the audio in 3.5 is the start-stop effect of the ship engines. That is ever so slightly annoying.
How so?
In what way?
Because it sounds like you're going from nothing to full tilt. There is no ramp up when you're just trying to change your speed 1 or 2 meters per second.
Okay, that makes sense.
Makes sense. I'm sure they'll continue to improve it, but it's a good jump, I think. Okay, where I've been umming a lot today. I'm out of practice. Okay, let's talk this piece of. Okay, no. I was going to make a joke there and say, let's talk this piece of crap, but holy shit, I'm actually excited for a fucking motorcycle. You know why? Because motorcycles are fucking cool. You know why? Because wheels are fucking cool. Do you know why? Because all of the hovering shit control like ass. Okay? They control like ass. Like you're flying you've got your hands on two ass cheeks and you're just flying around holding them. That's it. I don't like it. I really want to drive around on something with actual friggin' wheels on the friggin' ground. I think it looks good.
I love the imagery of hovering around with something coming out of your ass. I love that.
I really, really like that there's a motorcycle that has wheels and is an actual friggin' motorcycle. I think not wearing a helmet on this is really dumb, considering it's got like chunky wheels that will kick stuff up right into your friggin' face, and not just sand, but like giant chunks of rock.
Hey, there's a guy with a helmet.
I've also always thought that forward-facing guns on motorcycles are useless, but I'm excited for the Tumbril Ranger. It's tiny. It looks fun. I like it. What do you guys think? Let's start with the Auto DJ.
I am mixed on the Ranger itself. Overall, from a game standpoint, I think it is an absolute must-have. Motorcycles should exist in the verse and should be something that everyone is able to purchase, pilot, and enjoy. However, the design of it and the current state of the game, I am unsure if something like the Ranger is a viable option when you think of just how rough general terrain is getting around on, say, a Cyclone. You're going to run into stuff non-stop because there's no smooth roads to travel on. Even if those roads are off-road, simple washes, even the washes are full of large boulders that would be more than enough to take this type of a vehicle out. Once the road system is put in place, I think that it's going to be an absolutely fantastic vehicle to have.
So I have a question on that,
But
actually.
overall,
When's the last time we saw anything on that actual road system? Because it's been like a year.
about 2 or 3 months ago, they had mentioned in a Reverse the Verse that though they had finished that initial phase of the road system, by the time they had finished it, it was no longer compliant with the terrain system that they had in place. So unfortunately, it needed to be reworked.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bloody roadworks.
Shiver, what do you think about the Ranger?
I got one. I'm concierge. As soon as I got the email, I went in there, I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, that's Judge Dredd's bike. I want. So I got.
Okay. Nakara?
I'm kind of a mix of the opinions that are currently out there. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's very noticeably Tumbrel, which is cool for the branding perspective. I may or may not ever have one, and I also was wondering about the roughness of the current terrain. It's hard enough on hover vehicles with something that actually had to drive over those rocks. I'm not sure how it would do.
I think the problem with all of the hover vehicles is they're basically all made of paper mache, whereas this thing looks like it punches through walls for breakfast.
This doesn't sound like a very appetizing breakfast.
If you look at the design of the front wheel, that is, if you hit something, that is going to end up pushing backwards and disengaging from the track.
That's just the design of it. That won't actually happen.
No, that already happens with the Cyclone.
Yeah, there are definitely issues to be worked out.
Yeah.
But in general, I agree. I think it'll be even more useful. I think it'll be useful. And I think it'll be more useful when there are roads. I'll put it that way.
I have actually driven a Cyclone once.
Me too.
I got it stuck. I'm a good driver.
Sounds about right.
What's next? We've got some motion capture. This was part
It's
of
nice and everything, isn't it?
Well, this was part of Star Citizen Live rather than, so I didn't see that. Ooh, he's stretching.
It's hard to talk about. I mean, it's nice and it translates well, but it's like, and now the man is moving his arm, and the character is moving his arm exactly the same. It's a lovely thing and stuff. And once it's in the game, animators can jigger and poker with it, and it saves time. Well, I say it saves time. Anyone who does animation, fuck me, that's a horrible job, because every little thing has to be changed in every single fuck me, but it translates very well, and you get these lovely smooth animations as a result.
It is pretty neat to see how the inverse kinematics works. They've moved a very long way from ages ago when I used to work with inverse kinematic systems.
One of the things that blows me away is in my lifetime in games, went from hey, the character's hands are just blocks with lines drawn on them.
Then there was a thumb.
Yeah. And then they got actual individual fingers, but they couldn't move. And now we have that. And it just kind of blows my mind.
It's kind of fun sometimes to think back and be like, I'm not that old. And when I started playing games,
they were all in 2D?
Well, it's not just that they were 2D. I remember Pong. And playing Pong on, my first games were Zelda. My first games actually were probably King's Quest, so text.
Yeah, mine were
Sorry,
text-based games on. Mine were text-based games on the Commodore 64. And then I got a Sega Genesis.
But then now there's it's come a long way, that's all.
Played fucking Battlezone and Pac-Man and Asteroids on the old Atari made out of chipboard.
Oh, I played Asteroids on that Atari as well. I had one.
I never had an Atari, but I had played on someone else's. Yeah.
The first thing I got was a NES.
Oh, cool.
That was my first system was an NES.
My first one was that Commodore 64 with the crazy old school monitor. and they could only display one color, and all the games were text based. Yeah, I remember very clearly that it was obvious that my parents had no idea how to use a computer because I think there were inappropriate games on that Commodore 64.
So I remember my parents were both in computers, and they actually got me a Pentium 100. Was the first that was mine, and I had it in my room, and it was mine. And I remember playing like a ton of Diablo 2 and stuff after that. But on that, I played a game that you should really look up the soundtrack for, because it has still, I think, one of the most amazing soundtracks. It's called The Neverhood. Look it up. It was like
Released
a claymation.
in 1996.
It was a claymation game. I was 10 years old. It was claymation, and it had just such a good soundtrack. Like, seriously, Shiver and Auto DJ, look it up because it should be played on the bass someday. Just fantastic. Trust me. Anyway, do we have... Okay, let's go around in a circle. Does anyone else have anything Star Citizen that they want to talk about before we get to questions? Because we don't have too many questions, and people need to ask us some questions. We're going to start with the Auto DJ.
No.
Oh. Okay. Shiver?
Still not enough Melissa Estrada. In fact, there's been no Melissa Estrada. Where's the Melissa Estrada? Disappoint.
Nakara?
What's the question?
Anything else Star Citizen we should talk about before we move on to questions?
I don't know. What was the roadmap update like? I didn't actually look at it.
I do actually have a genuine quick one.
What's that?
A genuine one. The odd Reddit thread pops up. I've been noticing. Is CIG in trouble? Is Star Citizen in trouble funding? It's like,
No.
If they're in trouble for funding, they will just wheel Chris Roberts out, kind of Hannibal Lecter style, and say, "Can we have some more money, please?" If they really are desperate for money, that's what they'll do, and we will throw money at the screen. So don't panic.
Yeah, they release all their financials. I don't think we have to worry. We know how they're doing for money. We know that it's costing them more now to make the game, but also they're closer to making a game, and they're doing it all, or most of it, on their own money. Whereas most of the time when companies make games, when you're making your first game, you don't have
An infinite supply of your own money?
yeah, you don't have your own money. You've got to borrow a shit ton. And CIG haven't really had to do that. Now they've got a shit ton of assets and tech that if they needed to, they could use to probably get a decent loan. But they haven't even needed to do that yet. So
yeah.
Don't worry about the financial state of CIG. They're doing fine. They're making the same amount they've made every single year. And it's not even a problem. It's just they've now had what are we? We're 2019. When did they start? 7 years ago, 2012?
2012.
Yeah, the end of 2012.
So they've now had like 5 or 6 years of steady, this is how much we make.
Mm-hmm.
They know the amount that they make every year, and it's consistent every year. It's like, I don't know, are you in financial trouble? I see you bought a thing. You must be in trouble. You must have no idea what you spend or what you earn. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they know what they're earning. They know what they're spending.
Mm-hmm.
They know that if you spend more than they earn, they've got they're not idiots.
Nope.
I mean, the the gamble, so to speak, and the plan has always been get Squadron 42 ready, ship it out the door, and the rest of the funds from the sales from that will make up the funds that they need in conjunction with crowdfunding for Star Citizen.
Yep.
And
I have
I
to
know there are a lot
say-
of people waiting to pick up Squadron.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Tons of people. A lot of people have no interest in spending any money on it until the game is done. I'm just taking a really quick look here at the funding sheet, which is, of course, not currently up to date. I'm working with the guy who auto updates it. But anyway, they actually have earned a pretty good. I think it might actually be their best start to a year in a long time. They've already earned about $12 million this year, which they're for the first part of the year is always their worst. So
That's not bad. Okay, let's move on to questions.
okay,
Ered asks,
God, we need more.
We really need more.
there's gonna be a lot of singing. There'll be like 40 minutes of singing.
David, will you be at CitizenCon now when it's late in November?
Outlook not great.
Anyway,
I don't
Mrs.
know if this is
Harris, may we please steal David? We promise to return him
asking
within
if
1
they can
week.
steal me.
Unfortunately not.
Would you like
Yeah,
to,
that's what I
make a
thought.
statement?
Okay?
There is no statement.
So if I
There's no statement.
if I went, what would happen?
You wouldn't be coming back. And you'd be paying child support.
You can live with me. You can be my little pet. And I'll feed you and clothe you and take you for walks every day.
Not sure if you all heard that. I'm not sure if she came through, but if I go, I won't be allowed back, and I'll be paying child support. So I think I
Okay.
have. I
No
hate to
CitizenCon.
I hate to say it. I think I have my answer.
Thank you very much for the answer, Mrs. Harris.
I'm sorry. It genuinely makes me sad, but I will literally be killed if I go this year. So
Am I the only one from Relay officially? No, Sunjam is probably going to go, isn't he?
probably.
I'm
should
gonna
have to-
I'm gonna do my absolute best to get Nakara down here to go.
Wait, down here?
Down
You go?
here. You're down.
Oh, okay. I see. I was like,
Four of us will go to
so I would go to Ottawa and then what?
And then go there.
Oh, okay. That seems a roundabout trip, but all right.
I know. I'm gonna do my best because you're under me on the so Nakara down down.
Yeah.
Go. We'll see. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's just not a great timing for me to go.
Someone just messaged me. It was Nitro type out. I can't resist it. And he said, because I said, I'll clothe you and feed you. And he said, I'll clothe you and dress you like a hedgehog. I damn well will now.
To
was
be
exactly what
to
I-
be fair, Mrs. Harris has to cancel going and seeing Shawn Mendes because of baby.
Who's
Fair
that?
enough.
So
I don't know if they'll appreciate
Music-related human.
it's music
Ah.
related, shitty music related.
When is this?
It's shitty music that would never be played on the bass.
it. Yeah, they don't.
But
I'm
when
just
is
waiting
it?
for I'm just waiting for something
Um,
to be thrown at your head.
It's
waiting
like
for this to come
September.
Oh.
It's August.
Yeah, it's like a month before baby. Concert
She
month
could-
before
she could
baby,
go-
not.
She could go to a concert 8 months pregnant. Totally.
Nope.
Well, the baby's due in October. If the concert is in August, I don't see any issue with her going. Just make sure not to get floor seats.
It's also like 3 hours away, and then 3 hours
Oh.
back, and
Might not be a fun trip.
it's just not. Yeah. Anyway,
I could see that being an uncomfortable trip.
yeah, I am really dragging this out as much as I can because there's no questions. But let's move on to the next one. Bryce Arena asks, any updates about the 300 variants?
Not that I know of.
We know they've
They're
Last
done.
update that I have been made aware of is they hopefully will be released in the next quality of life patch, otherwise known as 3.5.1. We do not know when the purchase your upgrades via the web-based interface will be released, however.
Yes. They are done on the roadmap, so they got to be getting real close. Just as an aside, there were a couple roadmap updates this week. Glass visor and HUD improvements moved to 3.7, as did planetary ground fog tech, which made me cry. However, character customization version 2 is a new entry on 3.6.
I actually tried to patch a couple weeks ago and couldn't. And then
Yeah, Firemaster had a solution for that. So if you still are having problems, let me know.
I haven't had time to. This is like one of the longest periods I've had sitting at my computer in the last 3 weeks. So
You're like rebuilding your house. So.
yes, I am rebuilding my house. We've got to get ready. I've only got 4 months to get ready for a baby.
You do realize that babies aren't like great housing critiques, right?
No,
Critics.
but here's the thing. Once there is a baby, nothing's getting done.
That's a good point.
So everything got to be done before baby, and even before baby, because there's going to be a point where Mrs. Eris won't be able to do anything.
That's already happening.
It's already happening. So anyway, it's been a busy couple weeks. Definitely not Nitro Typat asks, who else saw the Tumbler Ranger and wished it could transform into an exosuit?
Totally.
That would be really cool, actually.
That would be amazing.
Have
I
we
definitely
yet-
now
I could see that.
I definitely now want a freaking Titan suit that transforms into a motorcycle.
I'm wondering when we're gonna see Voltron in Star Citizen / Megazord.
We've already seen that.
Wait, we have?
There have actually been several instances of Voltron-like images, and people bringing ships together to form a humanoid shape.
Oh, but
Not officially.
not official ones, right?
Not like you can
Not
actually build your
CIG,
ship
no.
together.
I want 2 Auroras to attach to a Connie, and then another 2 Auroras to those, and it's the arms, and then those Auroras punch other Auroras.
I like that.
That would require quite a bit of group control over multiple thrusters.
Yes. It's skill-based game, right? Bruce Wayne asks, CIG stole my 2008 bike design. Change my mind.
No.
Nah,
No.
I'm good. I don't know how to change your mind because I don't know your 2008 bike design.
Exactly.
Wait, an anonymous coward asks or says, very few people seem to like Armistice zones. How do you guys personally feel about Armistice zone generators that can be hacked, disabled, or destroyed? Who doesn't like an Armistice zone?
Lots of people, and apparently CIG says they're getting rid of them.
What? Why?
Yeah. Because they want it to actually be like an in-universe thing and not like some arbitrary thing. So basically, instead of you just can't carry or use weapons here, it's you can carry and use weapons all you want, but the security is going to murder your ass.
See, I really and here's I want to actually bring this back to something that Auto DJ talked about earlier. I don't like this. So here I am, minding my own goddamn business, right? And we all know that Shiver's an ass. And Shiver likes to kill everyone. But here's the thing. If they're allowing that not your tune that Agent Smith's over, Shiver doesn't even have to kill a person. He just shows up with his ship filled with people who are cloning his tunes that now they don't matter. And they walk off the ship and just start killing fucking everyone. Because those tunes don't matter, the reputation doesn't matter, it doesn't get attached to him, it doesn't get attached to them, it gets attached to no one. He just fires them all immediately after. And everyone, like, why? There should be place. No, I remember EVE Online. The first time I tried to play it, I got into my ship the first time and was looking around, and I'm sitting in a ship, no idea what to do, no idea how to fly, no idea of literally fucking anything, and someone shows up and blows me up.
Then you either
That's
left the
called
safety
EVE
zone.
Online.
You either left the safety starter zone, or they're an arsehole, because that is the one time that you're not supposed to actually do that, is if you're in a starter zone. You can actually them. And that was probably years ago, because now they do have it.
Well, it was years ago, and I never played again, because guess fucking what? Who wants to do that? Armistice zones matter. You'll have people like Shiver who don't give a shit about an armistice zone or their tune, and they're gonna go and kill new people because they fucking can. New
people. Only if
maybe
they've got
you
a
won't.
shitload of money and in-game assets, then they're fair game.
Maybe you won't, but there will be people who will say, oh, because I can, I don't care about this character, I'm just going to start a new character and go and kill people. And, oh, I'll start a new one and go and kill people. And, oh, I'll start a new one and go and kill people. Because they can. Armistice zones stop people from being dicks. And guess what? This is the fucking internet. People want to be dicks. Sorry, Auto DJ, I know I cut you off.
There is one thing to keep in mind with this as a potential solution. And this is somewhat not confirmed by CIG, but this is an idea taken from one of the shows on the base radio. With the Mercenary Guild, where you are able to hire your NPCs from, if your NPC is killed, you have to pay an extremely large fine in addition to that, or in addition to their hiring fee. That could make a deterrent to situations like this where, okay, we're going to go be assholes, we're going to hire a bunch of NPCs, and now that particular account that hired the NPCs has an absolute gargantuan debt to the Mercenary Guild before they're able to hire NPCs, and that debt may be passed on to their next of kin, so repeatedly killing yourself to get rid of that debt may not be an option.
I get that, but I also worry that some people will have so much fucking money that they won't care.
Yes, it will still be a problem.
Like I really don't like the idea of getting rid of armistice. Like, make sure that there are places that need them. But, like, where new people show up, and especially right now, where there's not very many places to go. No, I think that, like, friggin', I can never remember its goddamn name. The station you spawn at.
Olisar.
Port Olisar.
I really firmly believe that Olisar needs to remain an armistice zone. You should not be able to kill people in Olisar, period. For now. Like, period.
Wouldn't it be very short-lived, though? Like, because you shoot somebody, the instant you shoot somebody, you die. And then, you know.
Yeah, but you kill them. You've got you got a free fly weekend. You've got a bunch of people who want to come out and try the game for the first time, and you've got some jackass that just keeps killing people and respawning and killing people. Like, that's not fucking fun.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
You know, like,
I understand
that is literally griefing.
But you will have that, right? People will.
I mean, yeah, but then they can get their account banned.
You'll have some, but you'll have some goon who doesn't give a shit, who's created, not goon, but some asshole, who doesn't give a shit, who has who has multiple accounts and who just keeps spawning into different accounts to troll people and to grief. And I don't think that should be okay. I think that especially where people start, that should not be allowed.
That's fair. Next question.
Next. You got your David rant. Heavy Bob. Quality of life updates. Where's the Pips fix, baby? Oh.
In the next patch.
There you go. Follow-Stan. Did you hear about the server meshing thing, David? I did not. What's the server meshing thing?
It's a long process that will take years to get right, which is not a surprise because no one's ever done it before. And they'll have to do it one step at a time. So, like, the first step will be to have multiple servers supporting one star system where they're like fixed zones. Like, this server is Olisar, and this server is ArtCorp, and this server is blah. One of the issues that they're having is they don't think they're going to be able to have, like, they're not sure how to fix the problem where they don't think they'll be able to have interdictions with the server meshing setup, because you'll use Quantum to pass between servers, so they're kind of question mark on that. But they've solved bigger technical problems before, like we can't land on planets.
Yeah. So I actually sorry. Auto DJ, Shiver, do either of you want to weigh in on that before I go nuts? Sorry.
All yours.
So I'm just thinking back to like 2012, 2013 when they were talking about things like the Idris and the Bengal, and I remember sitting there and talking with my good friend Commander Llama, because we couldn't figure out how the fuck they were gonna do this, and like, and we had this idea of like, in one server you had one Bengal, and then you'd have an entirely other different server with another Bengal, and they'd shoot between each other, and you'd never actually see the Bengal that you were shooting at because you couldn't manage it, right? And same with an Idris, like you'd never actually see the thing you were shooting about, and they were basically meant to be bases of some sort. Like, we couldn't figure out how the hell they were going to do any of the large scale battles that they've been talking about. And so I guess when I hear them, like, they still don't really know how they're going to do full on server meshing, I'm pretty okay with it, because I never thought that this was even possible. And now that they're like, oh, we'll get it eventually. Okay.
There's a lot of problems they've run into making the game that have basically been like, nobody's ever really done this before, so it's going to take us a while. And they always seem to pull it off. So yeah. I'm cool with it.
No one's ever needed 64-bit.
Not for AAA
Space Engineers.
Not for AAA
but they were done at
games.
they were done at the same time, Shiver.
Space Engineers did it first.
It did it first, but not by that much. Like,
Shiver, Space Engineers released it first. They were both working on it at the same time. Because it took Star Citizen, I think, about a year and a half to get there. So,
like, but they were both like, no one's ever needed this before.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there are fucking huge, great, in a positive way, implications if they can get this working. I mean, look at Battlefield 4, because that's the only one I've got experience with recently. Is you can have up to 64 players in one server, and that's unique to the PC as far as I'm aware.
Yes,
and that's a hell of a lot of people. If they get server meshing the way they want, they could have a hell of a lot more players than that, and you could then have other games that make use of this technology. And instead of players, you can have billions of entities. Imagine an RTS game, a grand strategy game that is truly grand in nature. it then becomes a feasible possibility of having a truly humongous game.
Or just everyone playing Battlefield 5 is playing the same time. You're all playing together.
Oh, and in real time as well.
Yeah.
In real time.
Yeah, I've often wondered about like at a global scale war game, like that with high fidelity. It would be just amazing.
And if CIG can figure that out, regardless of anything else, they could probably sell just that tech to everyone. Because who wouldn't want to be able to say, yeah, our game goes up to 500 people in a server, 1,000, 10,000 people playing at once.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Otto, anything?
It would be interesting. I'm looking forward to them completing it. I have no input on how they're going to pull it off. The only thing I can think of that's even remotely close is going to be PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carlos R72. Have you read the commentary about the Forbes article by the German publisher Heist.de? It was done by someone who's a backer. I have not.
I have not read it.
I had a look over it.
Yeah?
It seems to bark the same Forbes article, and then he throws in his 2 cents, and it's like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
I've used that, clicked that link, and unfortunately it's in German. So my German
Google
is
Translate.
My German
Google
is very
Translate.
rusty. No, I haven't taken a look. I'm not going to lie. I think years ago when the Escapists did their hit piece, it kind of just turned me off of just games media, period. Like, I just don't give a shit what some guy who is writing this for money cares or thinks, because I don't know how much research he's done. I don't know where he's come from. I don't know what preconceived notions he's got. I'd rather think for myself and do the research myself. And
it's interesting though, because we are not we are biased. We can't help but look from inside the sphere. These are people who are outside the sphere looking in, and to them this is what they see. Not everyone, but there is most definitely a lot of people that are outside looking in, and they see just fuck-ups.
But do they see fuck-ups because that's what there is to see? Or do they see fuck-ups because someone like the person that wrote that article for Forbes is writing articles like that honestly mislead on all of the fuck-ups? Like, Star Citizen is not some uniquely horrible fuck-up in terms of gaming. There are, like, games every year that fuck up worse. Like,
it's not just limited to Star Citizen. It's not just limited to games. There is a whole fucking group of people that swear blindly the Earth is flat.
It is, and it's carried on the back of 4 elephants, which are carried on the back of a giant turtle.
There is a group of people that swear that Finland does not exist. It's not.
Finland doesn't exist.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and that's what makes the world really good and really interesting. Is everyone is fucking different.
Some people are just more different than other people.
Yeah. We're not. I mean, you're not going to change their minds. I'm not going to change their minds. Fuck it. Who the hell cares? They're entitled to their opinion. We're entitled to ours. Fuck it. As long as they don't cross the line.
But they do. But if you're lying, or if you're attacking people, sorry, you are crossing the line.
Now you see that is crossing the line.
Yes.
If you are deliberately misleading, if you are deliberately attacking people, yeah, you are crossing the line there. And that, to me, invalidates their opinion on a lot of things. But it's still information of someone who is outside the sphere looking in, and you've got to consider all opinions. You know, I mean, certainly there's someone in CIG marketing who sat there who his job is to look at the shit as well as the good, because you've got to have a public perception. And if the public perception is generally, oh, they're just stealing money, then how are you going to bring new people in if that is what people on the outside perceive? But then there are independently minded individuals who I hope are the majority who will look at this and go, well, that's interesting. I'll have a bit more look into this. And then they will make their own conclusions. Say, you know what? I think I'm going to buy into this. Or, you know what? I'll wait. Or, you know what? That's just not for me.
And I think most games get away with all of that by just not fucking talking about a goddamn thing for 6 years and then dropping a release or announcement trailer that's ready.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So why the fuck are people talking about Star Citizen? Oh, because they can.
Because
It doesn't qualify. It doesn't
generates
qualify
a lot
them
of
to.
clicks.
It does, but it doesn't qualify you because you see Star Citizen and because you've talked about other games does not qualify you to talk about Star Citizen because Star Citizen is not other game. Most other games, you see an announcement trailer, you maybe play the game 4 months before it launches at a release thing, and then that's it.
Look at Bloodlines 2, right? There's a group of us older people who played the first one who were like, fuck me, we're finally getting this fucking sequel, oh my god! And then they say, yes, we're going to be looking at the modern world and it's going to be politically correct and all this. And then there is, of course, a flurry of people who are like, oh, well, this is fucking bullshit, social justice warriors. And then there's people on the other end of the spectrum who are like, this is great, this is taking in the modern world. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. The game's not even fucking out yet. We haven't even got any fucking gameplay yet. Chill out!
Yeah. Hermes asks.
No, I wanted to comment on Bryce Arena saying that a game journalist has every right to write about a game. They do. That doesn't mean they're right in their writing about the games. And especially
The issue is that particular article was not tagged as an opinion piece.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big...
Otherwise, that was not journalism.
There is a big difference between fact and opinion, and it seems like what was in that Forbes article was a hell of a lot of opinion.
Can we stop calling it an article? Because that kind of
Forbes
that makes
BS.
it a bit more true.
Yeah, the
Call it a
Forbes
blog piece, an opinion piece.
It is.
Not an article, because it's not.
And that's my point. It's a lot of the stuff that comes out about
Can
Star
we call
Citizen.
it what it appropriately is? A blog post?
Yeah. It is. It was a blog. It's a blog by someone who has a vendetta against CIG.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But that doesn't make it...
Or who just thought that they had something that could generate clicks.
Yeah. Anyway. Grumble. Yes, Haramis. Any idea what asteroid tech is coming next?
Let's take a look at what it says. So...
Did we ever get the voxel-based destruction of asteroids?
No.
No,
And
not
we
yet.
won't, I don't think.
I really liked the idea of that.
I think we'll get something better.
It's funny because sometimes, like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know what? I need to ask if we ever actually got that thing that they talked about 6 months ago because I actually can't remember if we ever got it. And it sort of makes me think that, you know, maybe I don't know enough about Star Citizen. And then it makes me also think, you know what? There's just so many fucking things that are thrown out. Like, they showed us an entire voxel-based asteroid destruction prototype that just might not happen.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's...
Work in progress.
Yeah. I love the works in progress. I wonder if that actually ever happened or is gonna happen. It makes me really happy.
Okay, so can someone help me? Where the heck is the asteroid improvements? I know it's somewhere. I'm looking for it on the roadmap right now.
I have no idea.
I'll tell you what I think I know about it. I think what they were trying to do with it is to improve the appearance while also making it cheaper and easier to proceed. I think that was the goal of the Asteroids V2. Why can I not find it now?
I don't know.
Where is it? I know it was on the roadmap. Chat, can you help me? Asteroids.
Auto DJ, any thoughts on the asteroid situation? Like, are we missing something by not getting the voxel, or do you think they'll give us something better when it does finally come?
Gun says 3.7, Nakara.
What we have now currently is interesting. It's not really voxel-based. I could see voxel-based being nicer for things like when you're doing hand-level mining, such as taking your laser and using voxels to actually dig out a specific chunk of valuable stone. But that's about the only value I could see in it compared to what we already have with the mining systems we have in place.
So
fair enough.
So I found the entry. So it says continued development of the underlying tech that determines the shape, distribution, and appearance of asteroid fields. They're adding volumetric fog elements, mineable entities, and ring patterns.
Ring patterns. I like that.
More rings.
I like that. No, that's good.
I think they're trying to lean more towards real science too, where the asteroid fields you always find in games actually are not really representative of like the asteroid belt in our solar system. The only place you get asteroid fields like that is in rings.
We also only have our solar system to base things off of. So
yeah.
Last question on this list. Oh, and it's a doozy.
Uh-oh.
So, Heavy Bob asks, and I'm unclear if I want to start with Shiver or Auto DJ on this one. So you two decide between the two of you.
Auto.
Okay. So, should the community be more outraged over the state of 3.5 and the lack of patches to fix critical issues like arc core landing pads, quantum travel times, pips not working, no running out of fuel, inabilities to repair ships, etc.? And where should the community stand when it comes to accountability of CIG?
I don't think the community should be outraged at all over the current state of 3.5 or quality of life patches. I would much rather them release what they have, and then we move on to being able to focus on the next major patch. Yes, I would like some quality of life fixes. The bug that you have your alert go off, or the proximity alarm going off outside of your ship perpetually anytime you spawn a ship out of one of the locations that has a proximity alarm or alert. That's game-breaking as far as the quality of life goes, because you'd have to end up turning all your sound off. Mm-hmm. But you know what? So what? It's alpha. It will get fixed. I don't think we should be outraged over it at all.
I don't really have anything to say because I just agree with everything that was just said.
I got three.
Oh, go.
Okay.
Okay. Short answer, no. Long answer, no. Third of all, not everyone in the community can stand, right, Nitro?
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh.
So that was our last question.
Development is development. It's
I mean,
3 steps forward, 4 steps back. It's going to happen. If you're going to be really pissed off that there are bugs in a current pad, chill out. Don't play.
I was just gonna agree with Otto because like it's an alpha. So and I have no compunction about admitting this at all. I admit it most weeks. I have no problem coming on here as one of the, like, we sit here and talk about Star Citizen. It's all we do. I have no problem come on here and saying I don't play Star Citizen because I don't think it's ready to be played. I love the development of it. I love watching what's happening. I love finding out what they're doing and trying out patches incrementally in very small amounts. But I don't fucking play the game because guess what? It's a fucking alpha. I don't play the Star Citizen alpha. I don't play any fucking alpha. And you know what? When a game comes out like Division 2, which launched and I really like and I enjoyed it, and they had a beta weekend, and you know what? I played about 4 hours of that beta. And when Star Citizen launches major patches, guess what? I'll play like 2 to 4 hours of Star Citizen. Because they're not a launched game. I don't like putting all of this time into a not launched game because they're supposed to have bugs. They're supposed to have things that are like, hey, guys, this isn't working. You broke it. And then CIG are like, oh, shit, we should fix that in the next patch. Okay, they'll do it. Like, it's the entire fucking point. Stop. No, I'm being yelled at.
Can I just say, that dude, Sergeant Jokic, lots of people gave Chris Roberts $1,000 a piece just to see development and to see what happens.
Dude, I gave him $5,000.
They did. We're waiting to see what happens.
I love watching what happens. I gave him $5,000. I'm still okay with watching. ESPRG, I will fucking curse as much as I fucking want around this fucking baby until it comes out and it can fucking listen to me, because as soon as it comes out and can fucking listen to me, I'm stopping.
And also, no, you didn't give him $1,000 for a working game. You gave him $1,000 to show your support for the development.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a great big warning sign that says that.
Yeah, it actually does every time you buy something.
No, if you didn't read that, that's the onus is on you, dude.
Okay, so I've ranted. Shivers helped me rant. Nakara, anything?
Yeah, I mean, it just, the game's less broken than it was. It is still broken. It will be various degrees of broken for probably another couple of years. And then it won't be broken anymore at some point. That's just kind of how development works. They can't fix everything for every 3 months to make everything work properly, because if you did, you would make very little progress on development. So, take it for what it is. Be glad that you can actually do something in the game. Like, because I can tell you, there was a time where, you couldn't play for more than 30 seconds because the game crashed. And that was a fully released patch.
I like Star Citizen back before there was a hanger module.
When you couldn't play at all?
Yeah. Auto DJ, I'm going to give you the last word on this.
Go, Auto DJ.
Didn't I have the first word on this?
You did. Yeah, you had the first word, and I'm also giving you the last word in case you want to.
And last.
Make it marshmallow.
Human spleen.
Ooh, that's like a good one. I would have gone with kumquat, but I think that's just a theme today. Kumquatologia! Great name.
You'd have to be very brave to have that name.
I'm getting looks again.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out.
Middle name Paddy, first name Rice.
Rice Paddy Elogia.
All right.
And it's a little bit Irish with Paddy, you see.
Paddy, like Saint Paddy. Yes, I see. Thank you all so much for hanging out and watching this. If you're one of our patrons, we're about to end this and then go into Discord and talk to the patrons. If you're not, good on ya.
You should become a patron.
Is that what we're supposed to say? Okay, sure.
I think that's what we're supposed to say, but I can't bring myself to say that. Thank you to everyone who subscribes on Twitch and Twitter
Yes,
and
thank you very
YouTube
much.
and all those things that you subscribe on. Normally Jake does this part, and he's much better at like selling himself. He's got a history of that.
We have to make
was
fun of him because
unexpected.
he's
Well
sick
done.
today.
Thank you. Join myself and Nakara Tuesday. We're gonna do a space science cast. What are we doing it on again? Do we know?
TBD.
TBD. We have a TBD space cast, but join us Tuesday for that. Join us
Captain Sable.
next time at this time for this thing. Join Nakara in 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours over at twitch.tv/theastropub. I think I've got a command for that. Yeah, twitch.tv/theastropub for the Astropub, which Nakara will be on. That's always good. Do that, do the other thing. Have good times. Listen to the bass. Auto DJs there always.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, broadcasting live music, unless one of our live DJs has taken my programming offline. If you'd like to see what the scheduled time is for my programming to be taken offline by one of our live DJs, you can visit us at thebase.sc/schedule.
Shiver this week will be having a show on the base, I'm sure, that is going to be nothing but the Neverhood after he listens to it. Thank you all, everyone. We will see you in the verse. There's a baby over there.